Today we will discuss Unit 1 of Class 11th Chemistry, some basic concepts of chemistry. In this chapter we will include importance of chemistry, nature of matter, properties of matter and their measurement, and uncertainty in measurement. First of all, what is science? Science is a continuing human effort to systematize knowledge for describing and understanding nature around us. Chemistry is the branch of science that studies the composition, properties, and interaction of matter around us. Basic constituents of matter, we know that they are atoms and molecules. That is why chemistry is called the science of atoms and molecules. Now, what is the importance of chemistry in our daily life? It plays an important role in our daily life. Chemistry principles are important in diverse areas such as weather patterns, functioning of brain, and operation of a computer. Chemical industries manufacturing fertilizers, alkalis, acids, salts, dyes, polymers, drugs, soaps, detergents, metals, alloys, and other chemicals, whether they are organic or inorganic, including new materials. Chemistry plays an important role in meeting human needs for food, healthcare products, and other materials aimed at improving the quality of life. With a better understanding of chemical principles, it has now become possible to design and synthesize new materials having specific magnetic, electrical, and optical properties. This has led to the production of superconducting ceramics, conducting polymers, optical fibers, and large-scale miniaturization of solid-state devices. However, many big environmental problems continue to be matter of grave concern to the chemists. One such problem is the management of the greenhouse gases like methane, carbon dioxide, etc. Now, what is matter? Anything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. It includes everything around us. For example, a book, pen, pencil, water, air, all living beings, etc. Matter can exist in three physical states: solids, liquid, and gas. At macroscopic or bulk level, matter can be classified as mixtures or pure substance. A mixture contains two or more substances present in it in any ratio. A mixture may be homogeneous or heterogeneous depending upon that ratio. But in pure compounds or pure substances have characteristics different from the mixtures. They have fixed composition. Also, the constituents of pure substances cannot be separated by simple physical methods. Pure substances include elements and compounds. What is an element? Element consists of only one type of particles. These particles may be atoms or molecules. Some elements such as sodium or copper contain single atoms held together as their constituent particles, whereas in some others, two or more atoms combine to give molecules of that element like oxygen and nitrogen gas. When two or more atoms of different elements combine, the molecule of a compound is obtained. The example of some compounds like water, ammonia, carbon dioxide, sugar, etc. These are the atoms of different elements: hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, copper, sodium, and one atom of hydrogen combined with other atom of hydrogen to form a molecule of hydrogen gas. Similarly, one atom of oxygen plus another atom of oxygen, it gives a molecule of oxygen gas. Similarly, in case of compounds, water. Similarly, compounds like water and carbon dioxide, they have fixed ratio of oxygen and hydrogen. One oxygen is combined with two hydrogen in case of water, and in case of carbon dioxide, one carbon atom combines with two oxygen atom to form a molecule of carbon dioxide. Now, properties of matter and its measurement. Every substance has unique properties. These properties can be classified into two categories: physical properties and chemical properties. Physical properties are those properties which can be measured without changing the identity or the composition of the substance. For example, its color, odor, melting point, boiling point, density, etc. Chemical properties require a chemical change to occur. The substance may get reacted to form different substances. Now, these properties include acidity or basicity or combustibility. Many properties of matter such as length, area, volume, etc. These are quantitative in nature. For example, the length of a room, it is represented by 6 meter, where 6 is a number and meter is the unit of length. Now there is a international system of units called SI units for some basic physical properties. Basic physical properties include 7 quantities. First is length, its symbol is L, and SI unit is meter, and symbol of meter is small m. Mass, symbol is small l, m. Unit of in SI system is kilogram, and symbol is kg. For time, second is unit. For electric current, ampere. Thermodynamic temperature, Kelvin. Amount of substance, mole. Luminous intensity, candela. Now, uncertainty in measurement. Many a times in the study of chemistry, one has to deal with experimental data as well as theoretical calculations, such as small mass is like mass of a hydrogen atom, which is very small in gram, and extremely large number like number of molecules in 2 gram of hydrogen gas. Therefore, it offers a real challenge to do simple mathematical operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division with such numbers. This problem is solved by using scientific notations for such numbers, that is exponential notation, like n into 10 raised power small n, where small n is the exponent, it may be positive or negative, and capital N is called digit number, which can vary from 1 to 9.9. For multiplication and division, the same rules are followed as for the exponential numbers. For example, if we want to multiply 5.6 into 10 raised power 5 into 6.9 into 10 raised power 8, we will add the exponents in multiplication and will write it in scientific notation as 3.864 into 10 raised power 14. Similarly, for division, if we divide two exponents, the powers get subtracted. 10 raised power minus 3 minus 4, it comes out to be 4.909 into 10 raised power minus 8. For addition and subtraction, firstly, the numbers are written in such a way that they have same exponent. After that, the coefficients are added or subtracted. For example, in 6.65 into 10 raised to power 4, exponent is 4, and 8.95 into 10 raised to power 3, the exponent is 3. First of all, we will make these exponent as 10 raised to power 4. Then we can add 6.65 plus 0.895 and we will get 7.545. Similarly, for subtraction, first of all exponents should be same, as in case of 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 2, the exponent is minus 2, and 4.8 into 10 raised to power minus 3, exponent is minus 3. Firstly, exponents are made same, then we can subtract these number and result is 2.02 into 10 raised to power minus 2. Now, what are significant figures? Every experimental measurement has some amount of uncertainty associated with it. We are not certain. Precision refers to the closeness of various measurements for the same quantity. And accuracy is the agreement of a particular value to the true value of that result. For example, you can see in table a student has taken two readings. Student A has taken 1.95 and 1.93. These two readings are close to each other. Therefore, we can say that student A is precise in its measurement, and student B has taken two readings 1.94 and 2.05, which are far apart from each other, and this student is not precise in its measurement. However, its average is 1.995, which is very close to the true value as 2 gram. Similarly, student C has two measurements for a quantity and its two readings are precise as well as accurate. Significant figures are meaningful digits which are known with certainty. The certainty is indicated by writing the certain digits and last uncertain digit. Thus, in the result 11.2 milliliter, we can say 11 is certain and 2 is uncertain digit, and uncertainty may be plus minus 1 in the last digit. There are certain rules for determining the number of significant figures. First is all non-zero digits are significant. For example, in 285 centimeter there are 3 significant figures, and in 0.25 milliliter there are 2 significant figures. Second rule is 0 preceding to first non-zero digits are not significant. Such 0 indicate the position of decimal point only. Thus, in 0.03 there is only one significant figure, and in 0.0052 has two significant figures. Third rule is zeros between two non-zero digits are significant. For example, 2.005 has four significant figures. Fourth rule is zeros at the end or right of a number are significant provided they are in the right side of the decimal points. For example, 100 has only one significant figure because we can write it as 1.1 into 10 raised to power 2, but in 100.0 it has four significant figures because we have to write it as 1.0 into 10 raised to power 1.000 into 10 raised to power 2. Such numbers are better represented in scientific notation. Fifth rule is counting numbers. For example, 2 volts have infinite significant figures because we can write it as 2.000 so on. In numbers written in scientific notation, all digits are significant. Now, how to add and subtract significant figures? The result cannot have more digits to the right of the decimal point than either of the original numbers. For example, if we want to add 12.11 and 18.0 and 1.012, we get answer 31.122, but we can round it off to 31.1 because 18.0 has only one digit after the decimal point, and the result should be reported only up to one digit after the decimal point, which is 31.1. Now, how to multiply and divide the significant figures? In these operations, the result must be reported with no more significant figures as there in the measurement with the few significant figure. For example, 2.5, it has only one decimal place, 0.5, and multiplied by 1.25 we get 3.125. Since 2.5 has two significant figures, the result should not have more than two significant figures. Thus, its result should be written as 3.1. While limiting the result of the required number of significant figures, one has to keep in mind the following points for rounding off. If the rightmost digit to be removed is more than 5, the preceding number is increased by 1. For example, in 1.386, if we want to remove 6, we have to round it to 1.39 because 6 is more than 5. If the rightmost digit to be removed is less than 5, the preceding number is not changed. For example, 4.334, 4 is to be removed, then the result is rounded up to 4.33. If the rightmost digit to be removed is exactly 5, then the preceding number is not changed if it is an even number, but it is increased by 1 if it is an odd number.